प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः, स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः, स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः, स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः, शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः। स्वप्ने जाग्रति वाय एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः, तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः।
जन्माद्यस्य यतः page 47 line 4 यतः इति कारण निर्देशः. So far we have seen the word meanings of those words constituted in the sutra. Janmadi, one compound, which stands for Janma, Sthiti, Bhangam, Utpatti, sustenance and destruction. Janmadi. Asya, Asya for this Jagataha. Yataha, Yataha is Karana Nirdesha, means it specifies the cause from which Jagat is born, in which it exists, unto which it merges after destruction. So these are the. But what is the meaning of the entire sentence? Is the sentence complete? Janma adi asyatha, that from which the janma, utpatti, sthiti and bhanga of the jagat take place. What is it? It is not specified. There is no word in the sutra. That from which that is such a thing. That is there. Now what is to be done now? We have to see the earlier sutra. What was the topic there? Brahma. So therefore the connection was akshepa sangati, no objection. You are asking that Brahma should be inquired into. But what is Brahma? There is nothing called Brahma known anywhere. See, look here. You say car. What happens? You know what it is. So a tree, you know. And when these words are used in the sentences, you can make the sense of the sentence. Now Brahma Brahmapada. Brahma is very well known to us. So I say Brahma means because something you try to figure it out, but you can't make out because there is nothing like this as Brahma as well. So therefore, it has to be told. The question was Akshepa Sangati. What is that? That from which the entire Jagat is born, in which it exists, unto which it merges. Like That is Brahma. So therefore what is to be done now? Two things have to be done. Brahma word from the earlier sutra has to be connected here. It is called as Anushanga. Anushanga means connection. So some relation has to be found out. Number two, simply that is not enough. Some adhyahara is required. Some word need to be this thing. What is that word need to be added? Tat. Janma adi asya jagataha yataha tat adhyahara, and Brahma is borrowed from the earlier sutra. Now the sentence is complete or not? It is whose job? Bhashikara's job. He has to do that. And see, in the entire 555 sutras, Brahma word is not repeated. See, Athato Brahma Jidnyasa, that is understood. Inquiry is about forward. Brahma. Nowhere Brahma is repeated. Why? Anushanga. All that inquiry sutras are related to what? Brahma. They are related to Brahma only. That is why sutra. Otherwise it will happen. Our modern articles, newspaper articles. No newspaper article. Of course. See, repetition also is necessary. See, any teaching must brief and elaborate with required repetition. But sutras cannot do that. Not only sutras, even Bhashya has got some norms. Bhashya cannot go beyond the certain limit. That is why Prakarana Granthas have propped up. That is why Tikakaras are there. Tikakaras no restraint at all. they can go. That is what they are meant for as such. See, what Bhashyakara, otherwise see, even who, Bhashyakara himself had asked Sureshwaracharya to write further tika on Sutra Bhashya. But some gadbad happened. You know that gadbad? The gadbad was, this Sureshwaracharya was a pakka karmakandi in the Purvashrama. Some disciples said, if this person is asked to write on the Advaita Vedanta, what will he do? All the earlier samskaras will come there. So, of course, Shankaracharya had that trust and confidence in Sureshwaracharya. So he knew, but just to give a weight to the opinion of other students, say, okay, don't bother about that. But you do one thing. You write an independent treatise on Advaita. That is what Naishkarmya Siddhi is. An independent treatise on this thing, Naishkarmya Siddhi. And he showed his colors. So that what he is, they say no, converts are converts are more strong than the original ones, etc. So he had that, Vartikakara, what a magnum opus that text is anyway. So that is that. Then Panchapadika. Padmapacharya, without the consent of the Guru, he has not written it. He has written. That is the job of the Tikakara. That is fine as such. So therefore, but Bhashya has got certain limitations. Beyond that, they cannot do. They have to be in the framework of certain norms as such. So now here, the Bhashyakara has to point out yataha, that is iti karana nirdesha. Let us take the Tika. So earlier yataha is what? That Brahma. What Brahma? Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. Swarupa Lakshana. The Tika we have seen. Tika. Now the Vakyartha has to be given. See, Yatova imani bhutani etc. gives the Tatastha Lakshana. We have seen what is Tata Lakshana. Whereas that from which it is born, that is what Swarupa Lakshana. If you go on giving Tatastha Lakshana, there will not be end. What exactly it is, we will not be able to know finally as such. So therefore, Swarupa Lakshana, Satyam, Jnanam, Ananta. That which is Satya itself is Jnana, itself is Ananta, Ananta itself is Satya. All these three words to be together because Satya, Jnana, Ananta are words used in the common parlance in the world. They have their own limitation. But when the three are put together, limitation of one word is removed by the other. For example, Jnanam. What is knowledge? Knowledge of a given thing. But knowledge of a given thing is limited by the thing, is it not? Huh? Whereas Brahma is what? Ananta, limitless. So therefore what is done? Ananta is brought. When Ananta is brought, what happens? So it is something which is what? Free from limitation. Whatever the limitations that were cast by the word jnana are removed by this. So it may be destructible, satyam. Satyam means trikala abadita. Maybe trikala abadita, it may be inert, jnanam. It is not inert, so therefore satyam, jnanam, anantam, these three words have their own limitations when used in the word. When they are put together, that is those limitations are removed. What Brahma is specified. This is the job of Taitiriya Bhashya. Satyam Jnanam Ananta with Taitiriya Bhashya. At length it goes on to establish that how it specifies Brahma only. So now take the this Tika. Yat Shab, we have already seen Yat Shab, line 5, we have already seen this. Yat Shabdena Satyam Jnanam Anantam Anandarupam Vastu Uchyate Anandadheva iti Nirnitatva. Further, Tathacha Swarupa Lakshana Siddhi iti Mantavyam. This also you have seen. So therefore, Yataha stands for the Satyam Jnanam Anantam, which is the Swarupa Lakshana and not the Tatasa Lakshana in the Janmadi. Now, continuing, Tika. Padartham uktva purva sutrastha brahma padanushangena tat shabdadhyaharena cha sutra vakyartham aha asya ityadina. By asya etc. the subsequent sentence that is going to come in the bhashya. What is told? It says sutra vakyartham aha. Bhashyakara tells us the meaning of Sutra Vakya. What is the Sutra Vakya? Janmadi Asya Yataha. How did he do that? By doing two things. What are those? Already Padartham Uktva. Pada means the meanings of the word told or not. Janmadi is what? Asya is what? Jagataha. Asya Yataha, not Jagata. Asya Yataha, already told. Padartham Uktva. Then Purva Sutrastha Brahma Padanushangena. Anushangena means by connection. Anushangena means by connection. By connection to the Purva Sutra. Earlier, what is that Purva Sutra? I hope you remember. Four sutras we can remember, I know. Athato Brahma Jidnyasa. From the earlier sutra, Athato Brahma Jidnyasa. Otherwise, no, sometimes in Marathi there is saying, Lola Manuni Paripata Kela Magila A Visaruna Gela. The child was mugging up alphabet. Yara Lava Shasha Saha Lakshadna Lola Lili Lulu Lola Ulama Magila A Visaruna Gela. Earlier that doesn't mean that, look here, Vedanta doesn't mean that you should be a computer, okay? You should need not be a potency. You should know the marma, that's the essence of that. That is other thing. That is for that Medha Shakti is required. So mere remembrance is not required. You know the gist of it. What is of it? That is very important, and not the remembering what exactly it is all. Remembering all the things. There are people, who can recite Bhagavata backwards. Bhagavata backwards. So that is that. Even Bhagavad Gita also. Bhagavad Gita is a small one, that's okay. I was reciting about 1 or 2 chapters listening. Now everything gone. Because any such things you have to repeat every day. Even Parayana, etc. Now Vedic recension. If you learn it and if you don't revise it, every day you have to make it at least alternate days or something, you forget it. Now I got involved in the studies, etc. Now you can't go on doing Parayana and all that. That we have said. So that is how it is. So that being the case. So now, earlier sutra, that padanushangena, Brahma padanushangena, by connection to the Brahma word in from the earlier sutra, that is one thing. Number two, tat shabdadhyaharena cha, by the adhyara adding of the word tat, that. So what is done by this? Sutra vakyartham aha, means what happens now? Janmadi asya jagataha yataha tad brahma. Now that for that it says that Brahma. So while doing that, in the asya jagataha etc., what is this jagat? At length he describes. There is a purpose to show that Brahma is so limitless. It is Sarvadya and Sarva Shaktiman. Because in terms of knowledge, if anything is not known, means it is limitation or not.
Yes.
In terms of power, if it is incapable of creating something, it means limitation. No such limitations are there. It is omniscient and omnipotent, to show that many adjectives have been used for that jagataha.
अस्य जगतः नाम रूपाभ्याम व्याकृतस्य अनेक कर्तृ भोक्तृ संयुक्तस्य प्रतिनियत देश काल निमित्त क्रिया फलाश्रयस्य मनसा अपि अचिन्त्य रचना रूपस्य जन्म स्थिति भंगम यतः सर्वज्ञात् सर्वशक्तेः कारणात् भवति तद् ब्रह्म इति वाक्यशेषः.
A short anvaya, because long sentence, because there are four adjectives are there as such for the jagat. That is, as the short anvaya is like this: asya jagataha, then you take yataha, asya jagataha janma sthiti bhangam yataha sarvajnat sarvashaktehi karanat bhavati tad brahma iti vakyasheshaha. This is actually the meaning, sum and substance. Asya jagataha, of this jagat, what? Janma sthiti bhanga, the birth, sustenance and destruction of this. Yataha, from which? What is that principle? From which cause? What is that cause? Sarvajna sarvashaktehi, the cause that is Sarvajna, omniscient, and Sarvashaktiman, omnipotent. Karanat, from which cause bhavati, takes place. Tad Brahma, that is what Brahma is. This is the Tad Brahma iti Vakyashesha. What is Vakyashesha? Adhyara. And that Adhyara, how it is formed? Tad added, Brahma borrowed. Brahma borrowed from the earlier sutra. Tat Brahma iti Vakyashesha. Now, how that Karana is Sarvajna and Sarvashaktiman. This is explained by these four phrases. Jagat Namaru, in the say, number one, Nama Rupabhyam Vyakritasya. Number two, Aneka Kartru Bhoktru Sanyuktasya. Number three, Pratiniyata Desha Kala Nimitta Kriya Falashrayasya. Okay. Number four, Manasa Api Achintya Rachana Rupasya. Manasa Api Achintya Rachana. The four phrases are added to qualify or describe what that Jagat is. These four phrases reveal that Karana is something which is Sarvajna and Sarva Shaktiman. Now we'll see it one by one. Asya Jagataha Janma Sthiti Bhangam. That is Utpatti, Sthiti and Laya of this one. What type of jagat it is? It says, Nama Rupabhyam Vyakritasya. That which is Vyakrita. Vyakrita means manifest. Manifest in terms of Nama and Rupa. In terms of names and form. So here Tikakara brings to our notice a particular use of this Nama Rupa Bhyam is there. Nama Rupa Bhyam. Which case? Ramena Ramabhyam. Vanena Vanabhyam. Instrumental case. See, literally, Nama Rupa Bhyam means by the means of Nama and Rupa. Asya Jagataha Vyakritasya, of this world which is manifest. Look here, it's the literal meaning, which is not actual meaning. You are noting down everything. See, so I am coming to the point now. See, Nama Rupa Bhyam literally means by the means. See, so look here. You are writing with the pen, by the pen, instrument or not. So therefore, Jagat that is manifest by Nama Rupa. What meaning does it give? Nama Rupa is an instrument with the means of which their Jagat is manifest. He says, no, Tikakara says, Itham Bhave Tritiya. That Tritiya has to be taken as Itham Bhava means nominative. Nominative say Abheda. Abheda. What is created? Jagat. Nama Rupa Bhyam, what does it mean? By Nama and Rupa. No. Jagat, whose very nature itself is Nama Rupa. Abheda. Jagat, which itself is what? Nama Rupa. For example, Jatabhi Tapasaha. Tapasa means ascetic. You have to say Jatabhi. Jata? Matted locks. So now it is not that by the matted lock he has become the ascetic. He has not become by the matted lock. Matted lock is a feature of that individual, because he has no time to shave and all that. And forest where you will find the barber, no razors are available. Even razors are there, it will be kaupina like that, sannyasi's kaupi. Kaupina rakshanartham ayam khatatopaha. You don't know that? In short, I am telling you, this person was such a recluse, all that he had was, see, no, two kaupina. No, one kaupina was there. But one kaupina, how to wash and how to wear, therefore he took two kaupina. So two kaupina. Now he has to wash and this thing, no. So what he used to do? He used to wash and keep on drying, and he used to go for bhiksha and all that. A rat used to come and take away. So now he has to protect the kaupina from the rat. So therefore he has to protect a cat. So he kept a cat. Now for a cat he has to give milk, etc. वो किधर से लाएगा? एक cow हो गया. अब cow who will they take after got married? Got married. And the guru had given the upadesha and gone for a yatra. After 3 years, he comes, Chilai with a big family. All were what? Kaupina Rakshanartham Ayam Khatato. All this is meant to protect one Kaupina. So like that, see, not Jatab here, so he can't keep a razor and all that. He can't keep the razor and all that. So therefore, you see, there is a particular juice of a particular plant. I think even there is a banyan tree or something. And then they put it, it becomes locked. You see, the Ramayana you find. So that is what even this Kaikeyi ordered it and gave it to Rama. And Lakshmana and Sita also. I don't know, Sita did it or not. No, Sita didn't do it. Vasishta fired it. Sita was to wear the bark also. Vasishta fired, you wretched woman. So like this, so what she has to do? She has nothing to do. In fact, she is the heir to the throne. She said, in fact, he wants to keep her on the throne. This is that it is his throne, and if Rama is not there, she can sit on that. Sita didn't agree. That is a different thing. Rama won't also agree. Anyway, so that is what is that. Jatabhihi tapasaha means he is ascetic because he has got the jata. Jata is the form of the very individual essence who is the tapasa. Like that, nama rupabhyam vyakrutasya means the jagat which is manifest in the form of, in terms of names and forms. So that is what he says. So therefore, let's see that tika there. Somewhere the itham bhave tritiya ida.
Next to Rupa, usually next to Rupa. And Nam Rupa Gamiti.
Okay, that is before that so many things are there. That's fine. Therefore he says, itham bhave, we'll see the tika afterwards. So that is it. So nama rupa bhyam vyakrutasya, that which is manifest in terms of names and form. Now what does it reveal? We have to use our mind. When something is to be created, what is done? The one who wants to create, what does he do? He conceives what is to be done. Suppose you want to write a letter. Big job. So you have to conceive what you have to write. Suppose here a stock example is that of a pot maker, kumbhakaraha. A pot maker wants to make a pot. So therefore he has conceived the form of that. Then he takes the mud and he makes it. Is it not? Now this jagat, which is in terms of nama rupa, is created. What does it mean? There is a sentient entity who conceives the jagat and creates the jagat. That means who the jagat is created by who? A sentient entity. We don't know what it is. Sentient entity, but not inert or from not something that is non-existent shunya. This much is there, no? All these are implied where? Nama rupa bhyam vyakrutasya tika. Karanas, after asya ityadina, sutra vakyartham aha, asya ityadina, after that. So after that, so there is a jagataha dhana karanasya, you can add that adhyara, jagataha to be added as adhyara, jagataha karanasya. So sarvajnatvadi sambhavanarthani, he gives. Why so many 4 adjectives are given? After asya jagataha janmasati bhangam yasmat karana, that is tad brahma would have been there. Why they say give the reason? Sarvajnatvadi sambhavanarthani. Sambhavanarthani means to show the sarvajnatva, omniscience, adi for omnipotence, sambhavanarthani. Jagataha visheshanani. So jagataha visheshanani. The adjectives to jagat, what are those? Nama rupabhyam vyakrutasya अनेक कर्तृ भोक्तृ संयुक्तस्य प्रतिनियत देश काल निमित्त क्रिया पदाश्रयस्य मनसापि अचिंत्य रचना रूपस्य. These are the 4 adjectives. Bear in mind, this will be useful afterwards when we proceed further with the bhashya, because that this is going to be referred to, that this particular sentence will be referred there as such. Then you proceed, you will not be able, if you forget, you will not be able to connect where it is. It will be told as such. This sentence has got further connection also, sentence of bhashya. So now for this he says, how it created? He gives illustration. Yatha kumbhakaraha, just as a pot maker, what does he do? Prathamam, first of all, what does he do? Kumbha shabda bhedena vikalpitam, that is a form of a cup, pot. How? Kumbha shabda bhedena vikalpitam. Vikalpitam, considered as identical with the word kumbha, means which is signified by the word kumbha, the pot. So vikalpitam, And how is its nature? Pruthu buddhodarakara swarupam. Swarupam of this type, of this nature. What is that? Pruthu. Pruthu means broad, wide. Pruthu means broad. Buddha. Buddha means bottom. Apart, wide, bottom bigger. That belly is so. So Pruthu, broad, wide. Buddha, bottom. Udarakara, of the type of the belly. So say Swarupam Buddhau Alikya. Buddhau Alikya means conceiving. In his intellect, he conceives a part of such and such type. Suppose somebody wants to draw a painting, so he first conceives as it. So that is there. So they say Buddhau Alikya Tadatmana, in that form, Kumbham Vyakaroti. Kumbham Vyakaroti means, meaning of Vyakaroti is given, Bahihi Prakatayati. So he creates, he makes it manifest, means he creates. Tatha, now this is what is there. Now Jagat is created or not? Yes. It has got names and forms or not? So like this, somebody must be there or not? Therefore says, Tatha, in the same manner, Paramakaranam api, the ultimate cause, that Brahma also, he says, what does it do? Swepsita nama rupatmana vyakaroti. Swepsita, intended by oneself, desired by oneself. Nama rupatmana, in the form of name and form. So what is that? Jagat vyakaroti. Now you may say, a pot maker making a pot conventionally known, like such a usage of such and such use. Does a pot maker does just like that? No. No, he wants to sell them. So that is the utility must be there. Now how Parameshwara does it? What are the specifications? It also must be useful, not for him, for customers. Who are the customers? We are the customer, Jiva. Jiva has ordered by the karmaphalas a field of experience, including the embodiment that has to be given. So therefore, there is a purpose also. So paramaka, that is what is called as sweptita nama rupa. See, we know precious little about this creation. Even what scientists can do is nothing but just a tip, not even the tip of the iceberg. There are endless Brahmandas. We are in one Brahmanda, a creation presided over by one Hiranyagarbha, one Brahmaji. There are endless, and there are varieties of Brahmanda. In Yoga Vasishta we find this sage Vasishta had the diplomatic visa to enter any Brahmanda. And there are Brahmandas, we are fortunate, you remember? There are Brahmandas where Brahmajnana is not possible. There are Brahmandas where Brahmajnana is not possible. Are you fortunate or not? Whether you get or not, we can meddle with. we can at least attempt it. It itself is a great thing. Don't think. Even they say no. Swami Tapon Maharaj used to say, it is to be better to aim at a lion and miss it than to aim at a jackal and kill it. See, in hunting, suppose hunting, not that it is not advocate hunting, it is better to aim at a lion and it is better to aim at a lion and miss it than to aim at a jackal and kill it. So even in failure in gaining Brahmajnana itself is the greatest accomplishment. Do you know what it is? You know what it is? You will amass the punya which from Agnihotra to Ashwamedha Yaga. That much of punya gets amassed. You are not aware of that. That's why that Brahma Vichara, Brahma Mimamsa, Vedanta Upanishad is itself so great. That is it. But that is not the goal. That is not the goal. But it automatically, even if the one, that's why, see, A yogi means one who takes to his pursuit is never at ruin. That's what Lord Krishna says in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He is never at ruin because his securities are guaranteed there, even if he doesn't gain the Brahma Jnana. So that is it. That is what Arjuna, Chinna Brahva Nishtati. Is it not going to get ruined because karmas he didn't take to, so he doesn't have the punya? Brahma Jnana also he didn't get it. Ubhaya Brashtaha. Is it not so? No, it's not there. Because the pursuit itself, see, yogi Brahma Shabdano Ativartate. Brahma Shabda means a person who is interested in gaining the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, crosses over the necessity of entire karma kanda. That is not ordinary pursuit. That doesn't mean that we can have laxity or something. So that is not this thing. Pursuit must be, and it should start with what? Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. But that is the greatness of this pursuit. So that's it. So therefore, Buddha alikya tadatma tatha parama karanamapi swepsita nama rupatmana vyakaroti iti anumiyate. So that is what is inferred. So that is nama rupabhyam iti vyakritam. Now Tikakara explains itham bhave tritiya. So itham bhave means abhede. Itham bhave abhede. What abheda? Nama Rupa and Jagat are identical. Means Nama Rupa itself is Jagat and not instrumental. Not that Jagat was created by the means of Nama Rupa. No, that Tritiya should not be taken. It should be identical with the Jagat. Itham bhave Tritiya. So therefore, what all the outcome of this adjective, let us say. Adya karyam chetana janyam. Adya karyam chetana janyam. The first, that creation is what? Beginning of the creation is Chetana Janya, born of Chaitanya. How? Karyatvat, because it is some effect. How further? Illustration. Kumbhavaditi, like a pot. All you have to keep in mind now. A pot was made by a Sachetana entity, Kumbhakara. What did he do? He conceived and accordingly manifested outside, created outside the pot. Likewise, so this Jagat in the form of Nama Rupa is conceived by some Sachetana entity and then manifest. That means, so what is the outcome? The pradhana shunyayoho nirasaha. See, big discussion is going to come. That is going to come in the Tarkapada, the second pada of second chapter. But the foundation of that is going to be put here only, which will be clear in the Bhashya. After few sentences, we will say the clear pada, and Bhashyakara gives sum and substance of what discussion is going to come in the Tarkapada later, because its basis is here. Why? That is necessary because it is connected to this sutra in defining the Brahma. It will be clear as we proceed further. So therefore, pradhana shunyayoho nirasaha. Jagat is born of pradhana. Sankhya school of thought is refuted. Do you know why? Pradhana is inert in nature, jada. So therefore, pradhana cannot be the cause. Shunya, a non-existing entity, that also Shunyavadis, that also is refuted because it is by Sachetana entity, that is what is created. Nirasaha. Now let us see. Aneka kartru bhoktru sanyuktasya. Why this description of the Jagat is given? One we already seen. Nama Rupabhyam Vyakritasya. What does it do? The creator is sentient entity. Creation is not possible from Jada, Pradhana or non-existent Shunya. That is that. All this will be useful. Okay, this is useful. Now, aneka kartru bhoktru sanyuktasya, that which is consisting of, endowed with, or sanyuktasya means consisting of what? Aneka kartru bhoktru. Aneka means what? Innumerable. Kartru, the doer. Bhoktru, the experiencer. Why this is said? It shows the varieties that is there in the creation plus something more. What is something more? There is some notion that the Jagat was created by Hiranyagarbha. And like this, Hiranyagarbha, again that is like this, the deities, etc., they had created the Jagat. But this is wrong. Do you know why? Whether he is Hiranyagarbha or other deities, they are equally jivas in the creation. They are within the creation. They are one of those who are created. For example, Hiranyagarbha is the first citizen of the creation. He is the first citizen of the creation. I don't know whether he has got first lady. I think even he may not have first lady. I think not. No. Purusha Prakriti comes, but this first lady will not be like our President of India. So it's a greatness. And that's a person of that, this thing was coming from a fisherman, this thing, community, and becoming that way. See, he deserved it, not because of the other politicians. He was never for that post at all. But that shows anyway. So therefore, some people think that Hiranyagarbha, etc., has created the Jagat. No, sir. Hiranyagarbha also is part of the creation. He is created by that ultimate supreme principle called Brahma, Sarvajna, Sarvashaktiman. Tika says, Hiranyagarbhadi jivajanyatvam nirasyati. Before the Hiranyagarbha, you can add for simplification Jagataha. Before Hiranyagarbha, add Jagataha. Jagataha Hiranyagarbhadi jivajanyatvam. Jagat is born of jivas like Hiranyagarbha, Prajapati, and like this, Janyatvam, Nirasyati. So he refutes. Why? He says, Aneka kartru bhoktru sanyuktasya. Jagat, which is consisting of the creation, which is consisting of many kartas and bhoktas. So therefore, Hiranyagarbha in this category of jiva. Karta, bhokta means so jiva. So therefore, it is not there. Now what is this kartru bhoktruttvasya, sanyuktasya? Look, generally, is it not true the karta himself is bhokta? Karta is who? One who does. Himself is the one who enjoys, means experiences the results of action or not. This is not a general rule. That's why otherwise karta would have been sufficient, because karta himself is bhokta. Bhashyakara has brought the bhokta word specifically because in certain cases karta is different and bhokta is different. Let us say Tika. Shraddha Vaishvanareshtadau Pita Putrayoho Kartru Bhoktroho Bhedat Prithaguktihi. We will not be able to know because we don't know the implication. We will see what implication is. This is where Acharya is required. Veda can't help. You know that story? Visa Veda and Acharya. You don't. You should not forget. In Rishikesh side, this story is there. No, say, two were always moving together. One Mr. Veda, not Veda, Rigveda, Yajurveda. One Mr. Veda, other Mr. Acharya. And this Mr. Veda used to make a statement. And such a pithy statement, difficult to understand what the meaning is. Then it is the turn of Mr. Acharya to explain. So once he said, newly born lamb ate the tender leaves of a huge banyan tree on the branch. Not plucked and given, on the branch. Is it ever possible? Why tender, newly born lamb? Even a lamb cannot climb up the banyan tree. What is that? So you can't do it. So this Veda has made a statement, Mr. Veda. Now Acharya comes say, there was a deep dry well from where a huge banyan tree grew, and one of its branch came on the ground. Newly went and ate it on this. So like that, you say, what is this? Kartru bhoktru sayukta, what is that? Shraddha Vaishwanareshta. In the Shraddha, do you know who does the Shraddha? Son. Son does the Shraddha for whom? For father. Karta is who? Putra. Bhokta is who? Pita. Unless it is Atma Shraddha. Shastra, a sannyasi has to do Atma Shraddha before this thing. Sannyasi has to do Atma Shraddha. Or nowadays many do, you know, because how to rely on children. they do that. They do. It is permitted by the Shastra. So therefore I say, now see, in the Shraddha, Putra is the Karta, Pita is the Bhokta. Now Vaishwanara Eshti, do you know what is that Vaishwanara Eshti? Father is the Pita is the Karta, Bhokta is the son. Vaishwanara Yaga is there. Who has to do it? Father has to do it. But for whose sake? Not for his sake. It is for the sake of the son. So therefore what happened now? Karta need not necessarily be the Bhokta. So therefore say, Pita Putra Yoho Kartru Bhoktroho Bheda. So there being the distinction between Karta and the Bhokta means Karta himself is not the Bhokta. Pruthaguktihi, Bhashyakara has separately mentioned Karta and Bhokta. See, Karta Bhokta is not a simple just thing. There is a purpose in specifying both the words. Iti uktihi. Now other thing, some people have got a notion that Jagat is born from Hiranyagarbha, etc. So that is not correct. For that say, Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam, Shweta Shatara 680. I hope you remember, you are familiar with this. You are chanting this. So therefore, Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam. One who creates the Vidadhati means Srujati. Srujati creates. The Brahma who creates the Jagat. Then again other Shruti is there. Sarve ete atmanaha vicharanti. Vicharanti. Sarve ete, all these beings, atmanaha, from Atma, vicharanti. Vyud charanti has become Vyucharanti, means spring forth, are born. Spring forth means they are born. Iti Shrutya. So but therefore what has happened now? And again Sarvete means who are those? All even Hiranyagarbha onwards. Hiranyagarbha onwards. So again Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam. That Paramatma who create, who is that Brahman here? Hiranyagarbha. Means Hiranyagarbha created or not? Yes. So therefore Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam. That Paramatma who creates the Jagat in the beginning. That's why he is the first citizen. Sarve ete atmanaha vicharanti. Iti Shrutya. So iti Shrutya, by Shruti what happens? Sthula Sukshma Dehopadhi Dwara. Dwara, through the means of Upadhis. What type of Upadhis? Sthula Upadhi and Sukshma Upadhi. For example, Hiranyagarbha Upadhi is Sukshma Upadhi. So it is Sukshma Upadhi. So Upadhi Dwara Jivanam Karyatvena. All the Jivas being Karya means something which is in the realm of the created Jagat, effect, the Karya, created thing. Jagan Madhyapatitva. Now where they belong to? Which category? Jagat or outside Jagat? Jagat Madhyapatita. They comprise in the created Jagat. Na. Then you can add there Jivana Jagat Karanatvam Ityartha. Na, then adhyara you make jivanam jagat karanam. These jivas cannot be the cause of the world. So therefore, aneka kartru bhoktru sanyuktasya, what does it specify? Number one, varieties in terms of karta and bhokta are need not be one and the same, separate. Number two, hiranyagarbha etc., which are jiva, cannot be the cause of the jagat. Then pratiniyata desha kala nimitta kriya phalashrayasya. So this is to describe the sarvajñatva, omniscience of this Brahma. Take the tika. Karanasya sarvajñatvam sambhavayati. Sambhavayati shows. Who bhashyakara shows. What does it show? The sarvajñatva, the status of being omniscient. Who? The karana. The karana, the cause, being omniscient, is now shown here. Pratiniyata iti. What is pratiniyata? Meaning is, let us see now first meaning of the bhashya. Meaning here, pratiniyatani means vyavasthitani. Vyavasthitani means fixed, definite. That is, this is the result of this karma. This is the result of such and such action. Like this, it is ordained, it is fixed. So that take the bhashya, last line. Pratiniyata desha kala nimitta kriya phalashrayasya. Means of the janma sthiti bhanga of this jagat. What is the jagat? The jagat, that which is the ashraya. Ashraya means adhara basis. See, ashraya is the adhara basis. Adhara basis of what? Of kriya, action, and its phala. So its phala. What are those kriya and action? Having pratiniyata desha kala nimitta. Having definite place, a definite time, and definite cause nimitta. In short, of that jagat, which is the adhara, basis, the ashraya of each kriya and phala, having definite place, time, and cause. That is one meaning. Other can be, we need not specify desha, kala, nimitta related to kriya. Along with them, kriya also can be done. Means that jagat, other meaning, that jagat which is the adhara of definite desha, kala, nimitta, kriya, and phala. Earlier, it was given as the adhara basis of phala and ashraya having definite desha, kala, nimitta. Here, that jagat, which is the ashraya, adhara, basis of, so that is definite desha, kala, phala, kriya. That is it. So kriya, phala, ashrayasya. So kriya. So what does now? Fine. How does it signify sarvajñatva? Jagat is adhara for definite, jagat is adhara for phala and ashraya, phala and ashraya, having definite desha, place, time, and nimitta. By itself, how do you say that Brahma Tattva is omniscient? How do you say? Before that, let us see a few examples of what is that definite desha, kala, and nimitta of the phala, the kriya and phala. Let us see. Let us take the Vaidika karmas. Before that, take a next page. 48 page, first line tika. Desha-kala nimittani yesham kriya-phalanam tadashrayasya ityartha. See, yesham phalanam, of which kriya-phalanam, of which kriya, actions and the result. So desha-kala nimittani. So that is desha, specific place, kala, a definite time, and nimitta, a specific cause of kriya and phalana. So tadashrayasya, tad stands for jagat. Jagat, which is the ashraya. Ashraya of what? Kriya phalam. Tayoho kriya phalayoho ashrayasya jagataha. You have to take janmadi, etc. Means of jagat, which is the basis for the desha, kala, nimitta of kriya and phala, are all together, as we have seen. For which Tikakara gives as illustration. Now Svarga is a phala or kriya? Phala. What phala or kriya? Phala of what kriya? Like say Jyotishtoma, etc. There are many karmas maybe. So therefore say Svargasya kriya phalasya. Now what is the desha? We have to go to Puranas here. Meru Prishtam. Say, where is Svarga? Meru Prishtam. Prishtam can mean back or arm. Literally it means it is on the back of Meru mountain. This Meru, I don't know where, which this Meru mountain is. So Meru mountain is not, it is everywhere in the Puranas. Puranas, the one has means, it means above Meru. Meru is tall. Even above Meru, Meru Prishtasya, which where is the heaven? See, look, even otherwise, even a lay person. So where he will look at heaven? He will not look at hell. Heaven is say up only, say, means is somewhere up. Look here, let us not bother much about it. That is not our point here at all. But he says, it is as per the Puranas. Swargasya kriyaphalasya meru prishtam deshaha. So what is the desha for Swarga? Somewhere up in the heaven. Okay. Even our common parlance it shows. So that heaven, the God in the heaven. Nobody said God in the hell. God in the heaven, somewhere up, something superior. Okay. Then what is the time when heaven can begin? After death. That's why I say deha patad urdhvam kalaha. So time is what? After death. Even if he is eligible, he is not going to get it before the death itself. So that is there. So that is time also there. I read a cartoon. So three angels are carrying three dead bodies. That's it. So three dead bodies. And must be accidental death because the blood is oozing. The blood is oozing. The one angel tells the other, this is Mitsubishi Land Cruiser. The other one says, this is Toyota Lancer. And asks the other, yours? He says, Chevrolet. So angels, and bottom says, a day's work. Bottom it is there, a day's work. These angels are carrying them where? Heaven. Because otherwise they would not, otherwise Yamaduta should have come. Angels have come. So therefore, they must be, they have earned but died because of what? It is satire maybe. So died because of this. I don't read newspapers, huh? I just see sometimes Radhi. Because it's nuisance, it's a great nuisance to read. But sometimes a Radhi comes, huh? Sometimes you see that. So what all nonsense is going on and everything. So that is so like it should be after the death, not while living as such. So that's what they are patha urdhvam. Now that is the kala. Then what is the nimitta? A specific cause as such. Uttarayana Maranadi Nimittam. So death where in the Uttarayana. Other is Dakshinayana. Suppose here he Uttarayana for what? Brahma Loka. Other lokas Dakshinayana. Adi Nimittam. Cha Pratiniyatam is fixed. What does it mean? Do you know? So when this phala is being given, what all are taken into account? First his karma, then the kriya, then the desha, kala and nimitta. The one who bestows his result, should he not have knowledge of all these things? The one who has got knowledge of all these things, is he not omniscient? That is what he said, for which to arrive at it, Tikakara gives illustration. What is that? Evam, in the same manner, Rajaseva Phale Gramadehe Deshadi Vyavastha Jneya. See, olden days example. So that is Rajaseva Phale. Somebody is serving the king. So now you can say serving the government. The government. So say Seva Phale. Grama Deshadi Vyavastha Jneya. So somebody served in such a nice manner, the king is very happy. Olden days what they used to give the land. They have to give the land, like promotion, let us say, promotion or increment, etc. They used to give the land. Now the king, what are the things necessary? You say for that. Now when the Gramadi will be given, not after death, before death, when the person is living as such, then specific, this can be given to this person, a specific village or a specific place, etc. So that is that knowledge must be there or not. Nimitta, the king must be pleased. If the king is not pleased, he will not do that. If the boss is not pleased, even you fellow have worked hard, he will not give the increment. In the whatever promotion increment as such. So like that, these are the nimitta. Who can give it? A king who knows all these things, with knowledge of all this, desha, kala, nimitta must be there or not. Now how many karmas are there? How many deshas are there? How many nimittas are there? So therefore, the one who dispenses this karma, should he not have all the knowledge? Should he be sarvajna or not? So that is, see, bhashya phrase appears to be very innocent, and that is what say. So therefore, tathacha, you say, continuing, tika, tathacha, yatha seva phalam deshadhyabhijnatrakam. The result of seva means service is dependent on what? The data, the one who bestows, who has got the knowledge of the seva done, and then the what is to be given, when to be given. You know, Gujarati they say, seva kare to mawa mile che. If you do seva, you will get mawa. Meva, mawa no meva. Seva kare to meva mile che. So meva means something sweet, so you will get it. Mawa is that, no? Stomach. Mawa is stomach.
Meva means all dry fruits.
That is all sweets and everything.
Mawa means that milk, this thing, no?
Mawa means panwala type.
Oh, acha. Okay. ठीक है. So that is that. So therefore, the person who dispenses or gives should know all these things or not. Knowledge must be there. So that will be in the case. So, okay. So pratinita. So therefore, say tathacha seva phalam deshadhi abhijnatrikam tatha karma phalam. So also karma phala. How phalatvadi? That is also result. This also result. Iti sarvajnatva siddhi iti bhavaha. So what is proved? That principle is sarvajna. So therefore, see now. Pratiniyata desha kala nimitta kriya phalashrasya proves sarvajnata. Now sarva shakti matva is proved by the phrase manasa api achintya rachana rupasya. Manasa api achintya rachana rupasya. So the one which is achintya rachana. Achintya Rachana. Achintya means inconceivable. Achintya means which is beyond the ken of human intellect. So achintya, that which is inconceivable or incomprehensible. Rachana rupasya. Rachana means formation, creation or production. Formation, creation, production. In the sense, what you can say, nature, the nature of whose design, means whose design? The design of the Jagat is something which is inconceivable. So that which is inconceivable. So Rachana Rupasya, Achanta Rachana Rupasya, of such a Jagat. Of such Jagat. That Janma, Sthiti, Bhanga, or this is from which cause, that is what Brahma will be seen.
Yo Brahmanam vidadhati purvam yo vai vedansha prahinoti tasmai tam hadevamatma buddhi prakasham mumukshur vai sharanamaham prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guram Vasya Nalo Nilom Kalamahar Nato Limaushu Kumar Ityabhati Chara Charatmavamidam Yasyaiva Murtyashtakam Nanyat Kinchana Vidyate Vibhushatam Yasmat Parasmat Vibho Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye Sarvatmatvamiti Sputi Krutamidam Yasmadamushmin Stave Tenasya Shravanatadarthamananat Jnanatya Sankirtanat Sarvatmatva Mahavibhuti Sahitam Syadishwarastvam Swataha Siddhetat Punarashtatha Parinatam Jaishwaryam Avyahatam Ashubhani Nirachaste Tanoti Shubha Santatim Shrudimatrena Yat Pumsam Brahma Tanmangalam Param Ati Kalyana Rupatva Nitya Kalyana Samshraya Smartrunam Varadatvacha Brahma Tanmangalam Viduhu Omkaraschatha Shabdascha Dvavetau Brahmana Pura Kantham Vitva Viniryatau Tasma